Hello, 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 and happy Foodie Friday, period. When I tell you what kind of week it's been here, I'm not sure you're even going to believe it, so why don't we just get into it. So, welcome to Foodie Friday from 48 Blocks Fine Candy. If you've been following along on the journey, welcome back. If you are new, welcome. We try to do this twice a month, although I have been very lax about it over the last few months, and today you're going to learn why. So, happy to have comments, questions, feedback below. You can also reach us via direct message. You can email us or give us a call. Email info@48blocksfinecandy.com. We are at the number 48 blocksfinecandy.com across all social media. And if you're desperate to email, we already did the email. This is the kind of week I'm having. More information always available on the website, and that is 48blocksfinecandy.com. There's still time to shop for the holidays if you're looking for stocking stuffers or a nice generous gift for friends and family. So, let's get into it. Those of you who have been following along know that I used to own Marshmallow MBA with a partner. We dissolved the partnership and ended operations for Marshmallow MBA in December of 2023. Literally almost a year to the day. We are 48 Blocks Fine Candy now. I am 48 Blocks Fine Candy now. And we've been operating through the year, although at about 10% of what we've been doing the prior 7 years with the former business. Focused strictly on retail sales, which was never the space I preferred to play in, simply because my mind is not built necessarily for retail. I was a Gap girl. If you've been to a show, you know this story. We like wholesale because we like collaborating with other businesses, and also, quite frankly, return on the time investment is better for wholesale. But wholesale sales require some very specific things. I need more coffee. So wholesale sales require that the Commonwealth of Virginia, where I am now, or really any state, to come in and do an inspection of your facilities to say that, yes, you're good to go, you're not manufacturing in a barn with dirt floors and an outhouse, but that you actually have certified kitchen facility where there are good manufacturing practices, there's a plan for risk management and mitigation, things are stored at the correct temperature. And a lot of cloud kitchens or shared kitchens don't have that certification. They are great spaces, and I'm so thankful for them to be able to use those facilities this first year, but with the desire to really be back doing wholesale sales, needing new manufacturing space. And the search for that actually started in November of 23. Who knew how the journey was going to go? We thought we had found space in December of 23, and then were ghosted by a landlord, a property management company. Okay, strike one. Okay. Then search continues. We are now in July of 24. After seeing a lot of spaces that just won't work, I should take a step back and say, because we're a manufacturer, we are able to be in different types of zoning than just retail space. And a lot of realtors don't understand that, which is fine. Everybody has their specialty, commercial real estate versus residential real estate. But then within commercial real estate, there are specialties as well. Met with several realtors, super generous with their time, but just not able to match the right space to what we needed. Thought I had identified another space and was ready to sign on all the paperwork for an October 1 lease. And 10 days before I was ready to sign, happened to notice that there had been little to no communication, and learned literally 8 days before the lease was ready to be signed, letter of intent had been sent, earnest money, whole bit. Learned that the landlord had decided no, he didn't want to move forward with the contract. And let me tell you, October was dark. October was very, very dark for me. Best practice is be yourself. Share the ups, share the downs. Let me tell you, October was down. October was so down. I was like, I may be at a point that I just need to get a job. And is this God telling me, no, little girl, this is not for you. Running a business, not for you. Nice try. So I kind of was dark, kind of was soul searching a bit in October, and then talked to my therapist, quite honestly, and told him, hey, this is where I am, this is what I'm thinking. And he's like, well, let's unpack this a little bit. He might as well be a consultant. Let's unpack this a little bit. I want you to do homework, go through and look at possible jobs. Like go out on Monster, go out on Indeed, go out on LinkedIn. Find jobs that are interesting to you. Well, that took 15 minutes. Okay, maybe it was an hour to recognize that, no, we're going to push a little harder because this really, this idea of getting a job, that's just not sitting well with me. So, first, this is where the gratitude is about to come in. You may have heard me talk about 1 Million Cups. It's a networking group that meets every Wednesday at 9 a.m. A colleague from 1 Million Cups, who I will never be able to thank enough, referred me to a colleague of his at the Tenant Agency. And when I say Caroline hit the ground running, she hit the ground running. This was, I don't know, October 10th, maybe the 15th. She and her colleague, Deniz, put up with all of my PTSD from the 2 previous failures and just dug. Now, to be fair, I'm looking for pretty niche space. I own a niche company. Why not be looking for niche space? And the size space that I've been looking for, 1,200, 1,500 square feet, is what everybody wants post-pandemic. I can't even say it. So, expanded the search a bit, culminating in finding 2,000 square feet on the border between Tysons Corner and Falls Church, Virginia. If you know the DC metro area, it is the intersection of the Beltway and Route 7. And yesterday, I signed a 7-year lease on 2,000 square feet of commercial space. Holy mother, what am I going to do with that? Well, get ready, there are plans. But I wanted to use Foodie Friday today to say thank you. Thank you to Alex Mattini for connecting me with Caroline and Deniz at the Tenant Agency. Thank you, Deniz, for all the legwork and all the hard work, connecting me with space at 7777 Leesburg Pike. I'll be on the 3rd floor on the north side. We take possession January 1 after the renovations are completed, and we'll then begin the process with the Commonwealth of Virginia to get their certification on the space, to, fingers crossed, have wholesale products available for Easter and retail products available for potentially Valentine's Day, although I'm not sure, but definitely for St. Patrick's Day and Easter in our own space, which is critically important. So that's the journey. The roller coaster this week was we did a walkthrough on Monday and signed all of the lease paperwork yesterday. So that's the journey. That's where we are. There's so many people that I don't even know where to start to thank them for their support, but truly the real estate agents, the folks at the Tenant Agency, and the folks at the Bernstein Group, it's been just a pleasure to do business with you, and I can't wait for our clients, customers, friends, colleagues to see where we're going in 2025. Next week, we'll talk a little bit about holiday products that'll still be available. The cutoff for ordering for the holidays will be next Saturday to make sure folks get things on time. And then, I don't know, maybe I'll have more news to share about what's happening in January. So thanks so much for being champions and riding along with me on this crazy trip that I'm calling 48 Blocks Fine Candy. And I will see y'all next Friday. Be good.